Well, I said what I said, that I stood up and I said the Quran, it's a hate liturgy, and and it should not be in school because they're trying to bring. This is another thing that when you ask me about, are you witnessing some changes in the cities? That's one of them because they want to bring the Friday prayer, the Friday khutbah to the schools, to the public schools, and which is I totally disagree with it, and I can't stand anymore of Canadians being quiet about this. Is a major, especially when it comes to the kids. It affected me the most because the kids are innocent, they don't know, they cannot distinguish. They're kids, they're innocent.
So earlier you said that Mohammed and his initial gang of thugs, when they would rob a caravan or another tribe, they would take the women as sex slaves. That's well documented, the Banu Qurayza, for instance. But you said that they took the kids to make them like them. Is that the beginning of the Islamic habit of taking European children as janissaries?
Of course, they this is how they, because they want to grow, right? They want to grow in number. To them, these kids, as I said, the Muslim kids of today, the terrorists of tomorrow. They take them, they train them, they brainwash them. That's one of the reason I was going so mad at the Beale District School because I can see they want to brainwash the kids in Canada, Canadian kids, to bring them to make them like them.
And so, since you've been here, and of course, the new Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, has a policy of bringing in a large number of allegedly Syrian refugees. What I want to know is, have you met personally many of these people that Trudeau has brought in? And out of the people that you've met, how many of them have actually been Syrian? How many have been refugees? And what was their disposition, do you think, towards Canada?
I did not get the chance to meet them. Once they bring them, they disappear. It's not easy to find them. They're not in a camp where you can just go to to the camp and talk to them. The
So,
Islamic ideology
getting
and the
rid of
liberal
getting rid of
ideology.
Islamic ideology, then.
Exactly. It's the ideology itself, it's danger. It's the destruction, rape, slavery, same. These liberals, they're trying to slave the Canadians, and a bunch of thugs using another thugs. It's the same concept. When Muhammad wanted to grow, he bring the thug. So these thugs, they're bringing another thugs. That's how it is. It's the same. The history is repeating itself. And it's very true. If you don't know the history, you cannot fix the future.
It's the milestones process, I'm thinking. It's Saeed Qutb in his book Milestones wrote, the way to take over Western nations was to repeat the actions of Mohammed and the first generation.
Exactly. That's exactly what's happening. They're using the taqiyya, which is in the Quran. ولا تتخذوا المشركين أولياء من دون الله إلا أن تتقوا منهم تقى. That's mean do not take the infidels allies unless you're doing taqiyya with them. If you're doing taqiyya, that means you lie to them. It's halal. It's okay to lie to the unbelievers until you have the upper hand. And in the Quran, وَلَا تَهِنُوا وَلَا تَدْعُوا لِلسِّلْمِ وَأَنْتُمُ الْأَعْلَوْنَ. That means do not humble it yourself. Do not ask for peace because you're the above.
So, kind of a sacred deception then.
Exactly. It's a deceiving, deception, lying, taqiyya, however you want to put it. It's fake. It's not true. And the things that I face myself when I say about Islam, when I talk about Islam, most of the time I say I did not just read the Islamic texts. I lived it. I lived Islam. I lived under Sharia law. I know exactly, especially for women. Especially for women. It's hell. It's not a life. It's jail, slavery, rape, virtually mentally. Emotionally,
Can you give me a couple of examples of what life is like for women in Saudi Arabia?
the first incident I will never forget in my life, when I was between 10 to 11 years old, okay, as a little young girl, when they say about Friday prayer, that's one of the reason I got very upset in the Peel District School, because flashback, I can remember when I saw in front of my eyes the beheading every Friday. That's this is the Muslim celebration and 100% Islamic Sharia law. They go after every Friday. Every Friday there is a square, like a Siadanda square, like a place when they gather, and they put the man with the big sword in his hand, and he would say Allahu Akbar, and he will beheaded the person. That's I saw. This is the kids. That's what, as a kids, we witnessed this. I witnessed the beheading myself.
Wow,
This
that's
is how
awful.
they celebrate Friday. This is the Friday celebration to them.
And you know, the nature of the crimes that people are decapitated for are often speech and thought crimes. I mean, if you apostatize from Islam in Saudi Arabia, will they kill you?
Look at Raif Badawi. Raif Badawi, I don't know if you know his case. He just put like a website, the liberal, the Saudi liberal. He wanted to, slowly to bring the idea of separation of religion and state. Till today, he's in jail. I don't know if he's alive or not yet. They flogged him. They flog him in publicly in front of media. His wife, with the three kids in Canada, somewhere maybe in Montreal or somewhere there, alone with her kids, with the kids. They did not just because he thought about it, just because he was thinking. He did not say he left Islam or anything like that.